hoard the wealth in the spirit. Okay? Your character is wealth. I promise you. Your character is wealth. Good conduct in your business and in your life is wealth. What are people going to think about you? Like, as in who you really are. Not like, oh, they thought I was this, but I wasn't that. But you really are that when you're gone. Right? That spiritual wisdom almost that allows you to grow is so much more than the money, the mansions, the whatever. Okay? And so I think we need to remember that, and I love this so much. We can better handle discomfort when we associate it with a goal, a purpose, or a person we care about. So the intentions of love. How many of you have done something for somebody and while you're doing it, you're like, why am I doing this? Like, this does not benefit me at all. Right? You're not making any money. It's not making you happy, but you're doing it because you're like, I'm coming from a place of serving. Anyone ever done anything like that? I'm pretty sure if you have a little human being that came out of your body in one way or another, you know what I'm talking about. Okay? We can better handle discomfort when we associate with a goal, purpose, or person we care about. For example, when it comes to planning a child's birthday party, a parent might be more than willing to endure the unpleasantness of staying up late because the pain of lost sleep is offset by the satisfaction of being a loving mother. Okay? Look in your business. Think about the drives over to Champ's houses to help them break Champ. Think about the nights you stay up to help somebody achieve something that matters to them. Think about the three-way chats where you're like, oh my God, are you kidding me? Think about leading Empire games, right? When you're like, good God almighty, this is a lot of work. Think about the rank chats. Think about the Zooms that you do. Think about the trainings you're part of. Think about all of these different things. But why do you show up and learn? Why do you show up and continue to grow? Right? Why do we do these things? Well, we do these things because you have purpose in it. You know what I mean? There's purpose and there's duty, and most importantly, the intentionality is love. Like, there's been plenty of leaders in the network marketing space that make, crazy money. They don't train. They don't offer Zooms. They don't have systems. You sign up with these people and they join the witness protection program, never to be seen again. Right? Yes. Because what is their intentionality? Probably desire. Right? Maybe a little bit of fear if they don't recruit that person, they don't get their $10,000 bonus. But then that goes back into desire. It might not be the fast game, but it's the long game. I promise money without fulfillment is no fulfillment at all. You'll also get paid more, I promise you, in the long run, for sure, when it's coming from duty and love. No doubt about it. Like, I know for a fact my frontline champs get harassed by these new 470 recruits of mine. I know for a fact. Right? And like, I guess at some level they know that I place recruits, so they're probably like, hey, maybe that person will really connect with me and Jessie Lee will place them under me. Yeah, there's probably a bit of that. But like, the duty and the love of keeping the team together, woo, sheesh. Think about it, right? The pain of lost sleep is offset by the satisfaction of being a loving mother. How many of you have seen the faces of your kid, your kids' faces on their birthday when you've worked your business and you're tired and you stayed up late to get the right you know, dino cake or whatever the hell else, you know, the right Elsa or the, you know, I don't know what y'all are doing out there for birthdays these days. Hand cut decorations. Yeah, whatever. I don't even know what you're talking about, but yes, that sounds terrible. Smash cakes. Those are so cool. I want those. You know, whatever it is that you're doing, it's the best. Okay. It's the best, Brie, but why is it the best? Because you love your daughters. Do you see my point? The intention is because she loves her daughters. Your team, same way. How many of you have ever had a champ break underneath of you? Like you've developed a champion? Have you ever noticed that when we hit rank 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 million, 3 million in volume, I'm like, woohoo! You guys always wanted to do Zooms. I'm like, woo! Yeah! Woo, woo, woo. Go Empire, go Empire, go Empire, go Empire. And then I'm on like literally every single one of your champ Zooms. I'm like sobbing. My eyes almost fall out of my head. I have to buy extra tissues. It's like a whole thing. Right? Because it's coming from love. It's a different intention. And maybe that's why we're such a stable team, but it's just something you can't fake. You can't fake a mother's love. Am I right? Are there any dads on here? I don't think there's any dads on here. Yeah, I don't think there's any dads. All right, so you can't fake a mother's love. There's a lot of moms, though. Chris is not a father. What on God's green earth? You are really trying to age that poor boy. All right. Andreas is like, I might be a father. We're going to call Maury. All right, so just kidding. All right, but I just want you to think about that because you can take on a lot more in your business when you're doing it for someone you love or when you're doing it to serve a purpose. For someone you love or to serve a purpose. So what is the purpose behind how you show up in your business? Is it to be the best or is it to help a whole bunch more people be their best self? Because it is a what is Maury? It is a misguided idea that you will find happiness through success. I'll say that again. It is a misguided idea that you will find happiness through success. You've heard me say it a million times before. The destination is the journey. The destination is the journey. Okay? And your intention is who you plan to be in order to act with purpose and feel that what you do is meaningful. And so a lot of us, we need to dig deep into the deepest why behind why we want what we want. Okay? We've got to search for more answers as to why we're doing what we're doing. Because otherwise we start to have very hollow businesses, right? We start to have hollow businesses that we're going through the motions. It's very hard to sustain a business when you're going through the motions or you're leading from fear or you're leading from desire. Okay? Most people are afraid of stuff. And when you do exercises like Dean Graziosi's 7 levels deep to get to a why, you'll find out a lot of reasons why people do things. And a lot of it is not what they say. So in this book, he goes through an entire thing where he says, here we go. This person says, I want to sail around the world. Well, why do you want to sail around the world? It'll be fun. I get to see lots of places and prove to myself that I'm a great sailor. Well, sounds like your intention is to gratify yourself and that you are motivated by desire. But what if your answer to the question was, it was always my father's dream to sail around the world. I'm doing it for him. In this case, your intention is to honor your father and you are motivated by duty and love. I'm sailing around the world so I can be free. I won't be accountable to anyone. I can leave all my responsibilities behind. That sailor intends to escape. He is driven by fear. Now, we can do it with money, right? My biggest want is money, and this is funny. My biggest want is money, and here's Jay probably about to tell me to become kind and compassionate. That's not going to help. Okay, well, he says wanting to be rich for the sake of being rich is fine. It's firmly in the category of material gratification, so you can't expect it to give you an internal sense of fulfillment. Nonetheless, material comforts are undeniably part of what we want from life, so let's get to the root of this goal rather than just dismissing it. I love that because there's a lot of you on here where it still is for the money. That's okay. So wealth is your desired income. Why? I don't want to ever have to worry about money again. You ever heard somebody say that? Yeah. Oh my God, Andreas, what? Oh my God, I love you. Why do you want to worry about money? Why do you worry about money? I can't afford to take the vacations I dream about. This is probably already sounding familiar for some people. Well, why do you want those vacations? Well, I see everybody else on exotic trips on social media. Why do they get to do that when I can't? Well, why do you want what they want? They're having so much more fun than I have on my weekends. Now we're at the root of what the want is. Your weekends are unfulfilling. So what's missing? Well, I want my life to be more exciting, more adventurous, more exhilarating. Okay, so your intention is to make your life more exciting. Do you see how that is different than I want money? So many of us are still chasing money, and money's not what you're actually searching for, and because you think that's your intention, that's what you keep on going after. So I want you to ask yourself why you want this business to work, and I want you to see if you can figure out your real intentions behind leading the team, the real intentions behind the leaderboards, the real intentions behind the ranks, the real intentions behind the paychecks. And then I want to tell you the story from this weekend that just, it's crazy. All right, so first thing I want you to do, let's do the math. Can everybody write down, first of all, 168? Does anybody know what 168 hours equals? Seven days left. 7 days. What if I told you that's how long you had to live? What would you do? You can put it in the chat. Like, what would you do if you knew you had a week left? Like, you can put one thing maybe. I know there's probably a lot of stuff you would want to do. But, like, what's something you would do? Even this, by the way, I kind of wonder if everyone's saying the same thing because you think that's what you're supposed to say. I'm not going to call anyone out. I'm just wondering. So anyway, all right. Whatever it is that you actually thought about but you didn't write in the chat, start doing it now. Because now we're going to do this. If you are a woman, put the number 82 in a calculator. Like, get your calculator out, take out the number, whatever, and put in 82. Okay? If you're a man, put 78. All right? Now subtract your age. And then put that number in the chat. Okay. Statistically speaking, that is how many years you have left to live. Now, keep your calculator out. Multiply it by 365. That is about how many days you have left on the planet. Put that in the chat. And I don't know about you. That's not enough. How is 21,900 days enough? That's not enough. Now multiply that by 0.67. And put that in the chat, because that is how many working days you have left on the planet, meaning you sleep a third of it, right? Around 8 hours a night. Here's the fact, guys. You get to choose what every day of your life looks like. Every day of those 12,000, those 6,000, those 8,000, those 9,000 days left, you get to choose. But that's not that big of a number. Some of you have plenty of kids who can count that high. That's not that big of a number. So why are we acting like we have plenty of time? The time is now. And the way this man wrapped this together, and I will say this and I will let y'all go because it might make you think. It might make you recruit some people. I don't know what it might make you do, but it's going to make you think differently. Is this man got on a stage. The man has sold multiple billion-dollar companies. Okay? Like, he's super successful. 10 years ago, he got on a plane. And on the plane, out of first class, started shooting what looked like smoke fire extinguishers, like shooting down the aisles. Okay? And over the intercom, by the way, he showed us the video. He recorded all of it. Over the intercom, the flight attendant screams, "Fire in first class! Fire in first class!" Well, I don't know if you know what happens when a plane catches fire. I didn't know until this weekend. But the plane goes into a nosedive to try to put the fire out. Maybe something about altitude. I don't know the science behind it. But this plane basically did a free fall from over 30,000 feet to 10,000 feet in less than a minute. And over the intercom, the pilot said, "Brace for impact." And the only thing this man could hear as he sat in his seat and his daughter and wife were sitting on the other side of the plane, a couple rows behind him, was his daughter, who's 6 years old, shrieking for her daddy. And he couldn't get to her. And obviously, he lived, since I heard him telling the story. But he said when he almost died in that plane crash is when every single business of his took off. When every single thing in his life took off. When his marriage got better than ever. When his relationship with his children got better than ever. When his health and wellness got better than ever, because it got him really focused. Some of you are really good at making money. And it gets really easy to focus on all the wrong things. You need to start focusing on the right stuff. You're going to be on your deathbed one day, whether it's tomorrow or whether it's in 18,000 days, 15, whatever it was. You're not going to be saying, "Oh, I wish I had, made another $1 million. You're going to say, "I wish I had more time. I wish I had more time to build the business, to leave a bigger legacy for my family. I wish I had the time to go do more freaking Facebook Lives so I can make a bigger impact and legacy for my community. I wish I had the time to focus on the freaking business and do the things I needed to do to stabilize my business. Instead, I was jerking around, not doing what I needed to do. And now I don't have anything to leave them." Guys, the time is now. It's today. We don't get more time. You can't buy it. So it's time to start taking action. It's time to stop doing the things that bring you not $0 an hour or $4 an hour when you can hire stuff out. Where can you create the most impact? Where can you get most focused? Because you don't know if it's today. You don't know if it's in 5 years. You don't know if it's in 100 years. But if you don't know, and if I promised you have 7 days left, and you said you would do all those things to make sure your money's right for your family, you'd make sure you get to spend more time with your family, you'd make sure then start today. I listen to $1 million earners every year talk constantly. And I listen to y'all train a lot more than you know I do. I poke in on stuff all the time. I'm sneaky. You're better than a lot of them, if not all of them. They're just more focused. So, I really love you. I just want us to get focused, and I want us to get laser focused on what we need to do to get our businesses where we want it to go. It is a new month. We have a lot of amazing new people on this team. We have a lot of amazing people that are ready to be recruited by you. We have a lot of amazing incentives, and guys, this weekend, it is about to be the Empire weekend. I feel like you know that. Like, Epic is going to be epic for this team. Like, you're so good. Give them something to talk about. If they're going to spend their time in Mexico huddled and powwowed around about how you're not good, just get really focused and just show them how great you are. So, I'm over time, but I love you and I appreciate you so freaking much. It's going to be an awesome, awesome month. It's going to be a really, really great 2021 for all of us. You're incredible. I'm super proud of all of you, and let's take this thing to the next level. Talk to you guys soon. Adios. Was it this one?